But guess what? When haylal found out about this being that was going to be created on the moon, he found out because he worked really hard to get his position, and he wanted to be among the 24 wise elders. He wanted to be among them. They're very powerful, highly respected archangel beings. Like Rodriel, he's very powerful. He's respected everywhere he goes. He wanted that kind of respect. He wanted that kind of power, privilege. But when he found out about Zachar Adams' creation, you know, he found out that this guy is going to be younger than him and be more powerful than him. And that really set him off on a really dark path. Why? See, Hilal's fall was due to his pride, his arrogance, and the fact that he couldn't take someone being younger than him and being more powerful than him. With the angelic beings in the Anunnaki, the oldest are the most powerful. That's how it works. Like how you see how your vampire movies, how the oldest vampires are usually the most powerful among the entire species. Same thing works with the angels. The most oldest are usually the most powerful. So when you have an angel who's powerful like Haylal, because he was very powerful and very gifted. He was very gifted, very powerful, still is. To have a family member about to be created who's younger than you and is going to literally be more powerful than you, in a form of sense, he's going to be superior to you. You know, when he found out about this, he felt like as if Zachar Adam was going to fight him and defeat him in battle. And Haylal has never lost a fight. He's never lost a fight before. This put a lot of fear in him, and it pissed him the frig off. It pissed him off very greatly. And the dark draconian nature in him activated in his blood, and he couldn't handle it anymore. And he started running around, running around in the fifth dimension, even on the stars of Orion. He started running around to the stars of Orion, Capella, Rigel. He started going near the Sirius star. He started going to Nibiru. He started going into many different places, running around, spreading his word and his speech, and basically running around, talking about and preaching about how the Lord doesn't care, how the Lord just wants to, we're just his playthings, and how he doesn't give a fuck about us, and he's just playing with us, and we're really all his slaves and all this. He spread this kind of message to other Anunnaki, and other beings did follow him eventually. And this is where you get your 200 fallen Anunnaki, or your 200 fallen angels. He ran around spreading this nonsense everywhere he went, and some of our Anunnaki brothers unfortunately did listen. The ones that had a weaker connection with Anu, some of the ones that had any doubts, eventually they started listening to this guy running around talking about how he's been mistreated and all this other stuff. And the 24 wise elders tried to stop him. They tried talking to him. They even were forced to end up fighting with him because he refused to listen. He refused to try to understand. They didn't even want to fight with him. But he went down just like Anakin Skywalker in a way. He just he got tempted to the dark side, and ever since then, he just hasn't been the same since. And he eventually a war broke out in Azazel. Around that time when a war broke out, he eventually he went to the Draconian Reptilians and became one of their leading generals, and along with his father Zuan, and they conspired together to try to attack their own Anunnaki brethren. So yes, you do have black devils too. Okay, all right. Now, so and they lead a lot of Draconian reptilian armies. They do. They're some of the most powerful founding leaders of Draconian reptilian armies. It's not just the Draconian kings. Some of these guys control them as well. Okay, so you have good and bad Draconian reptilians. You have good and bad angelic beings. The majority of them are good, though. You do have some bad ones. Okay? And see, with this, Uziel and Raphael had to chase haylal down. They had to chase him down and start fighting with him because he was causing too many problems on a star of Orion, and Uziel had to track him down. Archangel Michael knew about this situation, and he was just dumbfounded by it. He was just like, this guy's got issues, and he doesn't want to listen. They were dumbfounded by what he was doing. He was creating problems. Anybody that didn't want to listen to him, he would treat them with, foul treatment and disrespect. And his ways about him were very nasty. He wanted to get his way, and through force. He was trying to force people to join him. People didn't want to join him, so fights broke out in the stars of Orion around that area. And the Lord, the Lord was telling haylal to get down from the stars of Orion. He sent him down, and he left with his 200 fallen ones. And it's a sad time in history, man. This guy, all because he feared the creation of Adam, who was going to be created anyways. He tried to stop the creation of Adam on the moon. He tried to stop the creation of Adam. He tried to stop it, and it failed. In the end, his attempts were thwarted. They were thwarted, and for naught. He basically went through all that trouble for nothing. And Zachar Adam was created anyways. And then Zachar Adam, I believe, he went after haylal, and haylal disappeared, and he went to the basically which we refer to as Tiamat, or Earth here. Kai, the planet Kai here, he came down here with his 200 fallen ones, and ever since then, him and his father, first more him, haylal, he came down here and started causing problems. A lot of the spirits of the people that are in your government are part of the 200 fallen ones. You have spirits that entered into human bodies and are now, lingering, looking for hosts to start problems and chaos and warring on the planet. Haylal vowed to Anu that he would try to cause strife and chaos and bloodshed and all kinds of ignorance amongst the Anunnaki brethren and the black children on the planet Earth here today. Haylal is behind a lot of the curses that's on our people. He's behind a lot of the music industry, and how these tones, the music, and how the music a lot of times it affects our people in a negative way. It makes us act out and do bad things. He is behind a lot of he's behind a lot of the dark energies, the archons. He's behind a lot of all that. In fact, he'd be telling a lot of the archons what to do. Like, you see your insectillions, you might have thought that the insectillions were above the draconian reptilians, and that the insectillions were on the very top of the food chain. No, they're not. The insectillions listen to him. Okay? Alright, you see? And you see this draconian reptilian king over here. I mean, well, he's amongst the evil ones, of course. Haylal has some of you see this particular type of draconian reptilian, he has some of that blood within him. You see? So he has partial lineages and partial draconian reptilian ties to royalty amongst the draconian reptilians. See? See that? So he may not be royalty in Anunnaki blood, but he does have partial royalty lineage and ties to the royalties among the draconian reptilians. And this is why he is